Next up, it's time to select your play style. So do you want a fast-paced, up-tempo game? That's arcade. An authentic NFL experience in simulation, or in the competitive arena where stick skills are paramount. Now, okay, experience level, beginner and intermediate, that's where we help you along the way. We'll give you some visual assistance as you play, as you learn the game. Advanced, that's where you take the training wheels off. And expert, as we have there, proceed with caution. That's for the top game players.
I definitely ain't a top game player. Shit takes forever to load. Alright, yeah, whatever, let's go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over.
Who cares?
Larry, we have played 266 games in this
how the
NFL
hell?
season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Tonight,
I'm in the Super Bowl.
it's a rematch of last year's game for the ages between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm Atlanta.
Across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
I don't know how I screwed that up.
So the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the man taking number 3 overall back in 2008. It's their now veteran quarterback, Matt Ryan.
And at times it's hard for me to believe I'm saying veteran Matt Ryan. Still remember him coming out of Boston College, full of enthusiasm, mastered a 2-minute drill in his first OTA. What a player.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
It's real easy to express how much you love about Julio Jones' game, because when you watch him perform, you see a little bit of everything. You see speed, you see strength, you see the power with the run after catch. But what you don't see is the work he puts in during the week, and you also don't see this. A number 1 receiver, one of the best in the league, that doesn't act like a diva.
Nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Fuck the way it
First on the scene of Super Bowl 49's iconic interception of Russell Wilson to seal the deal for New England, but it underscored his ability to understand what offenses are trying to do, put himself in the proper spot. That's something he's done throughout his career.
Graphics are pretty badass.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught.
Got it.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses, because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
I ain't get nowhere.
Midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Again, they'll run with
Oh, got him. You on single.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it'll be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because sometimes they're going to let for some big yardage.
Ryan.
Oh, is that in?
the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Oh, why would I not
Plays
just
in
run it in?
succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Out of the gun. It's one. He fires one incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's second down. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first
Run,
down in this
dude.
situation.
Run.
Because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ryan on second down.
Touchdown.
He's caught. Touchdown Falcons. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now, I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone is celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game, and they have to focus on him as well.
That's right, New England. You suck.
Down the field in 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Some space up to about the 25.
Didn't get
5
nowhere.
yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Something out, Tom Brady.
The intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Evaluating Grady Jarrett coming out of college, I had a great discussion with numerous scouts, and they all look back to the same thing about him, his quickness. And we saw that on display in the Super Bowl against New England, where he worked inside and caused all kinds of havoc and pressure up the middle. Excellent movement skills, can get to the quarterback, and knows how to make plays.
Oh!
And this time he's got the hook up.
Come on,
It's complete.
man.
Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, throw behind it. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yeah.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play
started
Oh shit, it was fire.
inside out running the football. Go get some good forward to it. You may not find any space. On that play, there was zero space, no gain.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
These graphics are fucking awesome.
On first down,
Oh
Brady.
shit, I just never shot him. What am I doing? What am I doing?
With his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first
How have they
drive.
done that?
So
I'm up
many teams
7
talk about
Calm
that
down.
fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first quarter. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now a play fake. Brady. It's coming and down he goes.
Let's see.
And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football. Save some yardage and make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Looking from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, the
Leave that alone.
pellets flying up. Great catch.
Thought they came out hot, man. Thought they came out hot.
And tough starting field position
Hey,
here.
wait, how the... Oh, man.
They go play action.
Oh!
First down. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan. And that's a safety. But I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the
I was
ball
not
goes in
even
the
paying
end zone,
attention.
this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Oh, man.
Now the free kick comes after the safety for the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some
Dumb
hang
as shit.
time here. This will be fielded at the 17.
Oh. That was dumb as shit. How the hell?
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
Ah!
Rush and down he goes. Trade. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively.
Dude, just standing
Giving
there.
up a big sack that misses that
wrecked.
kind of yardage, not a great start.
Suck it, Tom Brady.
Ready to throw on second down. And look at the catch by
Aw.
Gronkowski. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Throwing now is Brady.
Got him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's
That
the
ball
perfect
back,
game
nut.
call for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Alright, why not?
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan.
What's that?
Lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Oh man, that was close. The opportunity to
was
change
terrible.
momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Left side
Damn.
completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Ryan going to get the Freeman on the ground. And he moves it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through it. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
Oh shit, where did I throw that?
They're almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better
That was
way up
straight
here.
off.
That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I
Ah,
thought he might
shut
get
up, man.
outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. And his
Ah.
pass, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Ryan.
Oh, Touchdown.
For a Falcon touchdown.
I got a touchdown.
30 yards.
Yes!
And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple
Not
yards
ass dude's gonna run it. Get out of here.
They'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's run the clock down now.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Play action, now it's Brady. And that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much
He's
success.
gonna last minute grab this one.
Here's Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Brady now on 1st down. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going on 1st down is Brady. Dumps it off to Lewis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ain't going nowhere, Tom Brady. Going nowhere, getting sacked. Ah!
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. Yeah, he'll get it down on the plate.
Ain't going nowhere.
They get 7 there, but
That's
it brings up
halftime,
4.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
I got it.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. The Falcons are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Patriots just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half.
It's pretty neat.
Falcons with the ball midway through the first. Ryan Shepard racing out of the gun. Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Oh, that's right in the end zone. I'm lost.
Fielded about a yard deep. And bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Brady now on first down.
Oh, shit!
It's a breathing room. Wide open.
Oh, no!
20, 10, and
Ah.
all the way for the touchdown.
Oh, shit.
Julian Edelman, 77 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear
God,
9
no.
from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Yeah, whatever.
And they're able to get the connection on a long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan.
Oh,
His throw in.
how did I do that?
Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Ryan.
Jesus Christ, where am I going?
Offensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it stayed down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the
Thank
time?
God they ain't
If
catching
he had
it.
really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On third down, Ryan.
Oh,
That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they're on that play offensively. They ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to
8
have
for 15
discipline
in the
in order
winning.
to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure
oh,
And it's caught at the 10.
touchdown!
Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 45 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get dipped. Then you throw it over the top.
Take
what
that.
a successful play that was.
So that drive of 4 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. here on first down.
Oh, I missed him.
He fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL, now converted to being a receiver. Was drafted and that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Well, no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what I just saw in that play. No gain.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. New England on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
Oh, I should add that.
Being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Incomplete, almost intercepted.
Add that
They
too.
haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have it looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
Oh.
And the Falcons get there for the sack.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a good sack. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to kick it away.
Would have been a field goal range.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They go play action here on first down. And he can't
Jesus Christ, what did I just do? I wasn't paying attention.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On second down, Ryan. He's got his tight end on the
See ya.
and it's complete.
See ya. See ya. Touchdown.
Austin Hooper, his second touchdown this Super Bowl, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
This is just some fucked up shit right here.
Now it's rolling in. And that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all
I
time.
don't understand why they always
Down
field
back
it.
shy of the 20. On first down, Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Brady gives us
Got
the
him.
pass.
Got him.
And a short pick up there as he'll take this.
Ain't going nowhere,
to the
not.
20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw on third down, Brady. And it is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Ryan Allen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
I mean, I might as well just run the clock down, run some points up.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Ryan on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was pretty dumb.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. For the shotgun, Ryan. And it's free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. Left side completion to Jones.
Touchdown. What? Nope.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Thought sure as hell that was a touchdown.
34 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
That confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. To throw again is Ryan.
Touchdown.
Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They have the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding a big target for the touchdown. Now the lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Shit's done. Why even try, Tom Brady?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually
Can't write him off. This shit's done.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Brady. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds.
Brady's
the ball
fucking
handed to
joke
him. Now, don't get me
artist.
wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still doing a review on that one. Wide receiver went down a little bit more.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and now it's third down.
Well, they're slinging him, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they do stop him, and he takes it all the way to the 2.
Oh, well.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Well, run for Dion Lewis. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd
Just
and
eat the
goal.
clock, man.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Way now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it's
Still down 16
like they got the touchdown they needed. But how about the defensive side of the ball? Okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Yeah.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tough there, good pass.
Oh, wow.
He just couldn't bring it in.
And
Game
every
over.
receivers coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have an onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Went through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And now
you gotta do
1:52
those
to go.
timeouts,
We
right?
get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. On 2nd down, Freeman. Now a timeout called for by the defense. Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, Ryan, go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Yeah, whatever. One sucks.
Fresh set of downs here. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can run to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough.
Oh, man, we're going hard
was
and
taking
kicking a
a
field
knee
goal?
and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick.
Why not?
And the kick is good. See,
Ha-ha.
now this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Oh.
Well, I know at points in this when you want
Madden
to
18
because
for Xbox
all the
One.
points that were being put on the scoreboard,
Not a
your
bad game.
defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game?
Gameplay's pretty cool on it.
Practice in the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14